Hello and welcome to another episode of Lead Stories, where we talk to our past alumni and also current students to find out how they're doing and also what they're up to these days. And today we have a special guest, Kang. I'm sure he can introduce himself. Welcome, Kang.
My name is Kang. Currently, I work at a company called Roland. It is actually a musical instruments factory. So I'm in charge of market claims, driving corrective actions and preventive actions in the Roland factory as well as its suppliers.
Tell us about yourself. I mean, before that, like, how do you end up working in this industry?
Okay, after I graduated, I've basically worked in the electronics manufacturing industry all my working life. In various capacities, test engineer, process engineer, quality engineer, validation engineer, and so on and so forth. In semiconductors, consumer electronics, and automotive. So the products that I deal with are small little products, tiny little bits of products, transistors, which is semiconductor, car stereos, handphones, security systems, hard disks, card personalization machines. These are those machines that you use to produce your ICs,
Hmm.
produce your passports.
So it sounds like you have like very, very long years, a veteran in the electronic manufacturing industry, like in other words.
You can say so lah.
I mean, whole career pretty much in quality assurance and also the quality area of business. What makes you look into data science recently?
Okay, there's actually an overlap. If you look carefully, there's some portions of data science which is itself already quality. So
Oh,
at the same time, we see that right now big data is everywhere. So that is the future. So when I consider about this course, I was thinking of how to actually integrate this big data or data science into Six Sigma. At the same time, also
I
thinking
see.
of whether there's any possibility of a freelancing kind of work. That's basically what drove me to get involved in data science.
Can you like, I mean, just now you mentioned a little bit like there's overlapping of data science within what you're doing, right? The domain.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you elaborate more like which part or something?
The analysis part of it is pretty much similar. Some of the tools that you do in data science, actually we do it in Six Sigma as well. Of course, there's much more to it than what we're doing in data science. There's some similarities. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Its only thing is that it is done in a different platform. In this case, it's done in Python. I'm doing it in some other software, statistical software called Minitab. You can do it in other ways, but the content or the method of doing it is the same. It's just that the way whether you're using it in Python or whether you're using it in some other way of analysis is basically the same.
Is there like before you actually thinking of to pick up data science, what is the biggest challenge you face in your work right now with data,
Okay,
dealing with data?
okay.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge is because what happened was that I was retrenched in 2017. So
Oh,
the company moved to Thailand. At that time, I was already a qualified, certified quality engineer and Six Sigma black belt. Even that, it took me 3 months to secure my current position. So, which means that if I'm made redundant again, it will be much more difficult for me to secure another position. Which is, as I was saying, at the same time also, I would like to be able to use my skills and experiences in freelance kind of work to actually help the industries, whichever industries that which needs data analysis.
so you're actually saying that you see data as a growing thing, right? Rather than just on in a QA kind of area.
It is not confined to QA alone.
Hmm.
Data is found everywhere in our daily dealings. So happen that I'm involved in QA, but then analysis of the data is everywhere. It's not confined to a specific area. It can be applied across the board. It can be applied in banking and service industries and so on and so forth. Even though my background is in manufacturing, but the concepts and the analysis can be applied across the board.
So how I mean just now you shared with us the biggest challenge of that. How do you actually overcome that challenge?
As I was saying, this is more for preparation for future, for my future itself lah. So
Right.
it is not because of I face a certain challenge in my current job, But
I see.
it is more like for the future itself. When I go into retirement and so on and so forth, there's another source of income. Because data science will be the big thing. And in moving forward, there'll be more big data kind of stuff, which involves data science, which is why I want to get myself involved in data science as well. And not just confine myself in manufacturing world.
At a very early stage when you just started to explore data science, what was your way of, picking up and also learning data science?
For myself, I've struggled with the programming part, but when it comes to the analysis, I'm quite familiar with. So once I get the hang of it, right, it's doable. I would say it's doable.
I understand you have joined us in this bootcamp. What would you say is different about you now?
Previously, all my analysis is basically very manual. So now I incorporate some of the data science stuff, data cleaning portion of it. So I try to automate some of my work. The rest of the work, I still fall back statistical software. But at the end of the day, it's all about producing results, whether you use Python or use whatnot.
Yes, of course. The process tools helps us to get to the results, basically.
Right.
But by the end, you need to solve a problem. Yeah.
Right.
So, going through the whole bootcamp, what do you love most about the program, and also what you think that we miss out something from thing that we can improve upon?
What I love about the program is I would say that it is a cookbook approach to learning data science. A cookbook approach means that if you follow the steps, you'll be able to complete the stuff. Even for a complete newbie who has never done programming, as long as you follow the steps, you'll be able to complete this program.
Yes, thank you for that. I love it. With everything you have gone through, right, your whole journey, picking up data science by your own until now into the program, what is your best advice for others, individuals who from a non-code background? So, what is your advice for them?
Best advice is you should jump into this program, even though you are not a techie. As I said earlier, it's a cookbook approach, which means that learning it is you will struggle learning it, but if you persevere, you should be able to complete. That's the beautiful part of the program. Unlike other programs which you goes into you be spinning your wheels down, I would say.
Again, Kang, thank you so much for spending your time with us today to share with us your journey. And yeah, so see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
Okay, see you.